In 2013, Jacob and Julia Merfeld seemed to have the perfect marriage and the perfect family with two young kids. However, things weren't what they appeared to be, and one of them would end up hiring who they thought was a hitman to take out their spouse. According to Julia, the couple's relationship was wrought with fighting, and that is when she decided she was going to do something about it. In early 2013, Julia approached her coworker, Carlos Ramos, and asked him to do the unthinkable. She offered him $50,000 to murder her husband. Ramos told her no and immediately tipped off the police, alerting them to Julia's murderous plot. The police asked Ramos to work with them to set up a meeting with Julia under the guise that he had found a hitman for her so they could catch her in the act of solicitation. Ramos helped police set up a meeting with Julia on April 9th, 2013, with a follow up the next day, but little did Julia know she was being recorded. Julia could be seen smiling as she was discussing the details of the hit she was placing on her husband Jacob in a matter of fact way. The video captured her saying, "When I first decided to do this, it's not like we weren't getting along, but as terrible as it sounds, this is easier than divorcing him. I don't have to worry about the judgment of my family. I don't have to worry about breaking his heart. I don't have to worry about any stuff like that. It's like how I get my clean getaway." Julia then got down to the details. She stated that it would be best for the assassination to take place on a Thursday. She said she didn't want to stage it as a burglary gone wrong because she didn't want to scare off her friend whom she wanted to move in with her after her husband was dead. Even though she said a Thursday would be the best day for an assassination, she went on to say that she didn't want to know when or how the assassination took place. It would be better if it was a surprise for her. One thing that Julia made clear was that she wanted the deed to be done outside, because if it was done inside, it would create a mess that she would have to clean up. During Julia's second meeting with the undercover cop, she said that she wanted Jacob to die as painlessly as possible, and she even went on to suggest that breaking his neck would be the way to do it. But the UC told her that he would prefer to use a knife or a gun, and Julia agreed that a gun would be fine, and she even said okay when the UC said he would shoot her husband twice in the face. She then provided the UC with a handwritten floor plan, a photo of Jacob, and $100 down payment to prove that she was serious about the hit. Only once did Julia seem to have second thoughts about her murderous plan, but before long she was back on track. Shortly after the final meeting, Julia was arrested and charged with soliciting the murder of Jacob. In July 2013, Julia pleaded guilty to soliciting the murder of her husband. After Jacob pleaded for leniency for his wife, she was sentenced to a minimum of 5 years and a maximum of 20. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.